Conor McGregor for president. Well, wow. So Conor just did a video piece, right? And it's not as though Conor's not tired of doing video pieces. He promotes a lot of things. He is a master of social media. He is an influencer of social media, even if that was never his goal. He's done a really good job. And the whole I'm going to run for president routine was very clearly shtick, but you can work yourself into a shoot. Now, do you guys understand these? Work is an industry term, meaning you're working. You're coming out, you're working, you're drawing attention, you're building something up. Maybe you're manufacturing conflict a little bit with a guy. You're working. You're grabbing the microphone, you're building attention, you're doing your job. And then a shoot is where it's real, where you're not manufacturing conflict, where you actually have a conflict. Raja versus Psycho Stu would be a perfect example, where they went in there to work. And the angle was to be angry and want redemption for a beer can in the back. And it turns into a shoot. You work yourself into a shoot. Now, to do that, you got to be a mark for your own gimmick. But as people, we are whoever we pretend to be. So marking out for your own gimmick is actually a very natural thing to do. I share that with you because I don't believe there was any seriousness to Conor when he started the presidential talk. I don't think it was ever meant to be serious. But there is a very different Conor that is now giving presidential talks. And whether he's worked himself into a shoot or he's just a master of the gimmick, here we are. There's no politician that you've ever seen on TV that is that politician. It's a performance. There's nobody on TV that is being themselves. Not one single person you've ever seen, all the way down to your local weatherman. They're all playing a character to some degree. Okay. So Conor goes outside of like Parliament. Is that what they would call it in Ireland? And he's wearing a beige suit, which, by the way, the backdrop of the buildings he's at matches the suit. So it's kind of camouflage and he blends in. And I can't tell if artistically that was the point or that was purely a coincidence. But there's something about it that I found compelling. There's something about Conor matching the building that he's standing out in front of. I just felt something was interesting about it. And when he's giving these talks, he is very serious. He has a passion in his voice. He has a passion in his eyes. You can tell that he's shooting. What we just simply don't know is, was that the work? And he got so into character. But he's not done a half bad job. But he did make a mistake on this one that I saw. He says, I will not pass any bill through without sending it back to the people. And there is always a mistake made in business to let people have it their way and to let people have options. There's a book called The Paradox of Choice. And one of the worst things that you can do is ask the consumer what they want. If you got a car lot, and you got the car that the people want, but you got 10 of them in all different colors, it is going to be a nightmare to close that deal. They're going to be on blue, and then they're going to be on black, and then they're going to be on yellow, and one of their friends told them to get the silver, and they've always liked the color red. It's going to be an absolute mess. If you had one car, one color, the one they want, they're going to be out the door. And I share this with you because it's a big mistake in politics. It's a big mistake to think that people are paying attention. And it's a big mistake to think that we live in a democracy. I mean, I watch that mistake happen all the time. And it's going to be the end of democracy. And democracy is a tremendously bad problem, because that means if you have 51% of the people, they can control the other 49%. We do not live in a democracy. That is something that you've put in your heads. We live in a republic. And there's a massive difference. And I'll only share for you if Conor's going to continue this message. And I'm into it. I got to tell you, I don't know politically where he stands. I don't know if he's left or right. I don't know that he's told anybody. He's made very broad statements. But the idea that I won't pass a law until I pass it back to the people is a mistake that I see a number of hack politicians make as a way of showing I am one of you. If you're going to be the president, you got to be the boss. And by the time you get to that office, you already got to have it figured out. This is not going to be group thought. The one time we're going to do group thought is in the vote. And if you want someone weak that wants to meet about meetings and talk about talking, there's other choices. If you're going to do the job of president, you got to be the boss. And it's not a matter of I'm going to pass bills after I run it past you. I'm asking you to hire me to use my judgment and figure out what's best for you. And I see this all the way down with fight fans. The last person you want to talk about how you should run a show or run your promotion is the fan. The fan doesn't have the foggiest idea what they like. If you ask a huge fight fan what they like, they'll take you in 10 different areas. None of them will be what they actually like. They don't know. None of you like a guy getting punched. None of you like a guy getting kicked. None of you think that jiu-jitsu is so beautiful or wrestling is so dominant. None of you think that. You've convinced yourself you think that. You like one thing. There's conflict, and there's conflict resolution. That's it. If you remove either one of those ingredients, you're not a fight fan anymore. If we went out and we held fights and they went to draws, they were never ending, they were to be continued, you're not a fight fan. Conflict met with conflict resolution. That's what you're buying. All the rest is the show. And if Conor is going to be president, if he is going to pursue this, this is not a matter of being one of the people. This is a matter of knowing what's best for the people. This is not a matter I'm going to kick it back to let you, and then what? So I can put the fault on you? We've tried that in MMA. We've tried that where people have suggested we should have 5 judges or 7 judges or 9 judges or a team of AI judges or a team of judges in the back with the judges out here. No, we shouldn't. There should be 1 judge. I don't know how in the hell we got up to 3. It's a displacement of responsibility. It should sit on one person's shoulder, just like the referee. Make the goddamn call if you're the expert.